I think normally they're not really connected, the overlays, like radar or displays, and you can do that.
Yeah, it's probably because you can't adjust them independently in this, can you? They're sort
No,
of all,
no,
yeah.
you can't. So should we switch that off or on? I don't know if
I
what kind of.
guess we'll leave it off.
Yes. And okay, and then that's it. So if you now just try to do something, and you will see if it works. If you try to move the throttles or
I'll turn on the displays. Maybe that'll do it. Although they're probably not synced, are they? So I don't know if it'll work for you.
yeah, you see now I see the ECAM,
Oh,
the
nice.
CAS out, and throttles moving.
Nice.
Do you have two throttle levers or do you have one? You have one, as you
Uh,
said.
I have an X55 throttle thing, so you can use it as two, but one of them
Yeah,
both to just the one axis.
because I have now switched them as well, just to both. And I have the SkyTech throttle quadrant, and I have normally axis separately also for. But I think it will be. We don't have an engine out on one side, so. And no, then it's fine. Then we can start with flows.
Yep, standby. Just getting the. I'm just looking for the. What's it gone? The flight plan.
Yeah. Should we connect to VATSIM?
We can. Yeah. I'm gonna need to fill out the flight plan and stuff for it first.
What are you using for what kind of software?
Normally I use SimBrief actually. In fact, I could just do that quickly now and
But
then use the VATSIM prefile.
didn't you get my flight plan?
Oh yeah, I was just looking for that, but it'll be quicker probably if I just take the route from yours and then just generate with SimBrief, because then it gives you a VATSIM prefile button where it just does everything
But the
with
route
one
is really
button click.
easy. The route is just one airway.
All right, fair enough.
If you just download the file, then you have everything already there, and you have as well. You can just copy paste it from there. It gives you the ATS flight plan file, so that you can copy paste.
Righto.
But what kind of client for WhatsApp are you using?
vPilot.
Okay, great. Then I will use the same. I know how to set it up.
Where did you put the?
And the flight simulator file browser of the TeamSpeak.
Okay, found it.
SK1409, and it's a HTML file. My dispatch software creates it as a web page, so you can do it in the
Yeah,
browser.
there we go. Perfect. Do we have an alternate?
Yes, Billund.
Ah, yeah, that's EKB. I just found it on the flight plan.
Okay, and then we have to if you go to connect first on vPilot, and you connect as client and I can connect as observer. So what I put in is call sign is SAS1409 for you,
Yeah.
and the A319, and Silcal I just leave empty. And you do not check observer mode, so you connect as SAS1409.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I connect as SAS1409 alpha. and A319 and connect as shared cockpit mode, and then we filter each other out, so I can't see you and you can't see me, but you see everything else. That's how it works, I think.
Yeah. I think, don't you put like an @ in front of your call sign or something? Or is that just Pilot Edge that does that?
I think that's Pilot Edge. I never did that.
I think because I think I did that last time with when we were in the dash, but I don't know if it worked properly or not at the time.
No, I never did that.
Well, I'll let you take care of it anyway. I'll just log in as the standard call sign.
Yeah. And then for the flight plan, I put in IFR from Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha to Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Alternate is Echo Kilo Bravo India. And departure time is 2020 Zulu. I think we need approximately half an hour now. Time en route is just 54 minutes. And we have 2 hours and 16 minutes fuel available. Cruise speed, I don't know what this really is, what we were flying, but
I usually just put in like 420 knots or something.
yeah, we just put in 420, and we are flying for flight level 300, and the road is Delta Kilo Romeo, and then via November 872 to Sierra Victor Delta.
Okay, I got Delta Kilo Romeo, November 872, then Sierra.
Yeah. And I can't file it because I'm observer, I think.
Right.
But that's okay. All right.
Okay, I'm connected.
Good. I don't know if anybody's around, but only a Boeing business jet I have somewhere.
Oh, Stockholm was Stockholm or Sweden Centre or whatever it was online, but they've gone now, unfortunately. That's a shame.
But what weather are you using, by the way?
I'm using Active Sky 16, so
Okay.
be real world weather.
Yeah, I've used real world weather, but from FS Global Real Weather, of course, because that's the only one I have. But I think it might run into problems, but we will see. I think there's nothing we can do at this time.
Probably be all right. I mean,
but if they are accurate, both of them, then we should more or less be fine.
Yeah, it should be good.
Okay, then we can start finally.
Yeah, all right, let's do this. Okay, our fuel's on board, isn't it? So we can put all the pumps to auto.
Yes, the ECAM is on. I put the
IRS1
flight displays
on. IRS2. IRS3.
Parking brake is set.
Okay, I'm just going to tune to 122.0 so I can get the active Sky80s.
Okay, yeah.
Okie doke, I've got wind is 101 at 3, and temperature is 9 degrees, and barrier F is 1021.
10?
1021.
Great.
What's the typical departure runway then, under the circumstances?
I guess it is the 19, right? Because the wind is not really a factor. And yeah, winds are calm. And we're going to Docker, so let's see what kind of...
The Donker for Golf, I would imagine, if we're flying RNAV, which probably should be.
Yeah, looks like that. Yeah, Donker for golf. Yeah. "19 right, Donker for golf." Okay. Put it in. I have the Aivlasoft EFB next on my second computer.
Ah, very good.
But still, I can't take my hand. I'm still flying with paper charts as well. I feel still comfortable without paper charts. Uncomfortable, I mean.
All right.
Hey, Dickie.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, not bad. You?
I'm getting better. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, saw you doing a dual flight there, Thane.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah, we're still doing it. You can watch it if you like.
Oh, you got a stream going, have you?
Yeah.
Go on then.
I don't think this SID has a published top altitude, does it? I'll just put flight level 300 in.
The initial climb altitude on the chart is from Navigraph is 5,000 feet, but I just put in 3,000. I mean, flight level 300 because it's ridiculous to climb to 5,000. I mean, there's no ATC anyway, so we will be cleared. I tried to end it to change the squawk to 2200, but it switches back to 1200. I don't know why.
I might be because I've got control of the squawk or something, just because I'm master, you know.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, now it's switched.
There we go, yeah. Okay, everything at my end is set, I believe. So I guess there's the takeoff briefing. So,
Yes.
well, we've already discussed a bit of it. We know which departure we're going to be doing. I've got the MCPs all set into fully managed mode. Our takeoff speeds are pretty heavy, obviously, under the circumstances. So I'm going to go with flaps config
How do I
3 for this
watch it?
takeoff.
I put in the chat. I put a link to my YouTube, my Twitch channel. If you scroll a bit back in the chat, I don't know how far it has progressed. Or you search for ThaineFurrows.
Oh, there's no link.
There's no link.
No, not in this channel.
Hold on, I'll get
No,
you
no,
one.
I mean on the web page on the SHG.
Ace. Oh,
In the chat bar of the forums.
right. Sorry.
Yep. Go on.
Okay, anyway, yeah, so our V speeds are pretty high because we're extremely heavy, and so we're going to be using flaps config 3 for departure. Now, I don't believe this Airbus ever gives you a proper trim, really. It just gives you 0.8 units nose up, regardless of what you do, really, so I'm just going to set it to about 2 units nose up. That makes the rotate a bit easier.
Yeah. Alright.
And yeah, we'll be taxiing to 19 right, and we're at Charlie 40. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
This is only looking. The head's not moving or anything. It's just looking in one spot. Is that right?
No, I can move my head, but I have it fixed now and then because it's just because I
Oh,
look
I see,
around
yeah.
on different screens and charts and all that stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, I saw your mouse moving across.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at this. You've got departure taxi routes and everything.
Yeah, I have
It's a
the
lot of
departure
charts.
taxi routes here. I can guide you out. You will go out from the stand 40, then via Zulu Golf to Yankee. That's the outbound, the outer taxiway, and then we just follow that to the end of the entry is Yankee. Now it's even further up to the last entry of 19 right, and then we take that.
Righto. Yeah, nice and simple. Gotcha. Okay, beyond that, I'm trying to think what else there is. You're much better at doing these briefings than I am, to be honest, so... I'll be a PAX on departure, I guess, all that good stuff. There's probably no point in doing single-engine taxi, because it's a pretty short taxi, after all.
Yeah. Then just the departure route is straight ahead to Sierra Alpha 705. We have to reach that above 600 feet. Maximum indicated airspeed of 220 knots until Sierra Alpha 707. And we just follow the route then directly to Docker. It's pretty simple. SID.
Righto. Yeah.
Docker VUR is on 1.6.8, but I think it's pre-selected probably already from the FMC.
It is indeed, yes. Would I mean, you'd know this more than me, is a noise abatement departure procedure normally required at Stockholm, or are we good for that?
We can just take the standard ones. It means taking off with the V2 plus 10, climb to 1,000 feet above ground level, and then lower the nose to accelerate, and clear the aircraft, clean up, and accelerate then according to our flight plan. So that's pretty standard. Then just for the takeoff roll, what I normally brief is that here we do the speed check on 100 knots, not 80 knots as in Boeing's. So if you call takeoff.
See you later, guys. Enjoy your flight.
See ya.
Right, see you.
Sorry, the thing's not. It keeps stalling. Thing. It's not really working for me.
Oh, right.
Don't worry. See you later.
See ya.
Toodles.
You call for takeoff once you're happy with the configuration. Engage. I will start the clock. You will put the thrust levers forward to take off, go around, and I will check the position of the thrust levers and say power set, or if there needs to be something corrected. Then we accelerate 200 knots. 100 knots. I will call for speed check by calling out 100. You check your speed indications and give me a check. And then I will call out for V1 rotate, and so on. Up to 100 knots, it will stop for any abnormal situation. From 100 knots to V1, we only stop for engine damage or engine fire or anything like that. And well, from V1 we have to take off anyways. So that's
Standard stuff.
That's only the standard stuff that I always do as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we seem to be pretty clear on everything, so
Yeah.
right.
Then this was the takeoff briefing, so we can continue. Baro set.
Indeed, everything seems to be fine. Okay. Right.
Okay, then let's see. Boarding is indeed completed, probably. So I close the doors right away. Aircraft doors.
I'm gonna double check these are closing because sometimes the doors get out of sync on this thing.
Yeah. Do that. Once the APU is up.
Right, since I'm master, I think I'll need to call for the pushback, won't I?
Yeah.
Was it Emirates 777 behind us?
It is?
On my screen, anyway, and a BA 777, I think, or is it a 767?
I can't see anything from my side. But there is two 777s I have, one from British Airways and one from the regional chat somewhere. Okay. Doors are closed on my screens. And APU...
I've got the cargo door still open at my end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're all still open, so I think the way I need to do this is I need to use the keyboard shortcuts, and if you look at the door page at your end,
Yeah.
hopefully none of them will change.
Okay, I will check.
Okay, now mine are all closed.
Mine are closed as well, and slides are armed.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was warned about that in advance, so
Okay.
the doors for some reason don't sync up properly.
Yeah. And then we have fuel on board 6.6, confirmed on my side. 6,600 kilograms.
Yep.
Good. And we have the APU power is available.
External power's off.
Right now. Then I can remove the ground service thingies. GPU disconnected, wheel chocks removed, traffic cones removed.
Parking brakes off at my end. What about your end?
I put it on my side. Now it's
How about
off.
now?
Now it's mine is off now.
It's out of sync because mine's on now.
What do we do now? Let me think. What is it now on your side, off or on?
It's on at my end.
Right. Can you put the connection off and on again? Does it do anything like that?
Stand by. I think
Because
what we
if
better do is just
I just
keep yours off and keep mine on, and just to avoid any problems.
Okay, great. I just hope I moved them.
Yeah, I just googled it, so apparently someone else had the same issue. What they did was just keep the slaves off and the masters on when it needed to be on.
Okay.
And in theory, you shouldn't go rolling away. We hope.
Yeah. Okay, great. And yeah, that's it. Now we can we have the before start checklist if you are ready. Next item.
Go for it.
Cockpit preparations.
Completed.
Wheel chocks.
Removed.
Cabin signs.
On. Yeah, both on.
Yep, fine by me. Fuel quantity.
6.6 tons. Well, slightly less now the APU's on.
Yes. Takeoff data.
Is set.
Baro reference.
1021 set.
1021 set on my side as well. And that's the before start checklist to the line. Then we need pushback clearance. Okay, I can type if you like.
Yeah, you handle the Unicom stuff.
Okay, great.
Oh, for heaven's sake, my GSX isn't working. Never mind, I'll just use the Shift P command.
Yeah. I can't send because I'm in observer mode. You have to.
We're also not on Unicom either.
Ah, they're right. I'm not on Unicom.
There we go. It was 121.8 for some reason.
Yeah, let me see if I can do. No, I can't. You have to do it. Sorry.
Okay, done.
Okay, then the windows are closed and beacon
Is now on.
is now on. Perfect.
Right, well, let's go then.
Yeah, let's go.
Parking brakes come off. We're going back. Hopefully you're going back as well.
Everything just went black.
Okay.
My parking brakes are still on and everything went black. We're moving backwards, but I don't see anything anymore.
Curious. Okay, I've stopped. The parking brake came on by itself.
Yeah, I did that because I tried to remove mine by just tapping the brakes, and now I'm back on again. Okay, I think I seem to fade out as soon as we desync. Maybe that's the problem. What is the parking brake status on your side now?
On.
Yours is on.
Yeah.
Mine is on as well. So. Maybe you can just text me.
Okay. Maybe I should have used the built-in pushback thing. I don't know. Okay, we'll just carry on for now and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start sequence will be 2, then 1. Oh, my lower ECAM's flashing like that.
Yeah, mine as well. No. just hit it really hard.
Yeah. Classic Airbus. What's it doing now?
Oh, engines are running. Did you switch it on? Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Start number 2, yeah.
Yeah. Lead is on, okay. Should have power. And is it just me or is the Airbus really quiet?
It's alright at my end. The avionics fans are quite loud, but the actual
No, I mean the
engines aren't that
engines
loud.
are really quiet.
Yeah. Should get fairly noisy on takeoff, but yeah, for now it's quite quiet. Apparently the avionics fans in the cockpit on this thing in real life are really, really loud. They drown out everything else.
Batteries popped out. I pushed them on again. Are they on your side, the batteries?
I think so. They're both. There's no white lights on them.
Okay,
So.
because they were on and they were off, and I was already wondering why my radio panel is not working. My SciTech radio panel, because that's connected to the batteries. Okay, engine 1 is running. Looks good.
Yep. Just started number 1. 2 looks stable.
Yes.
There goes the PTU.
Engine 1 stabilized.
Excellent. Okay, flight controls check. Full left. Full right. Full up. Full down. And rudder left and right seem to be good at my end.
Yes, it's on the same. Your underflight controls, they were a bit shallow on my end, but that's okay. I trust it.
Yeah, it's because of this big joystick. Honestly, it's a
Yeah.
little difficult to maneuver.
Yeah.
Okay, after start checklist, please.
Wait a second. Okay. Anti-ice.
Not required.
ECAM status. Checked.
Checked.
Pitch and rudder trim.
Pitch trim is 2 units up, and rudder trim is 0.
And hand signal we assume we have received. Then that is the after start checklist complete. And you have to get the taxi clearance, but I think we are fine. I don't know what you did right to them.
Well, let's get moving then.
Yes. Clear on my side.
Alright, so
Brakes check.
checked.
Good.
So left here and then right around this sort of This bit here, I think, is where we need to go, right?
Yeah.
Sign's the other way around, so I can't see it.
Okay, takeoff configuration is checked.
You can give me the before takeoff checklist to the line then, I suppose.
Yeah, I went with you until we're on the straight. It seems like you have slightly different scenery than I have.
Which one are you using?
Standard one.
I'm using Orbex, so that'll be it.
Yeah, that's okay. Flight controls.
Checked.
Yes, checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Takeoff briefing.
Confirmed.
Flaps.
Config 3.
V1. Takeoff speed.
V1 is 141. VR is 143. V2 is 146. Flex temp is 47 degrees.
Okay. ATC, what is that again? It says here ATC set, I don't know what that item means actually.
Presumably that's ATC clearance to line up or take off or whatever.
Probably. And the EK memo.
Is take off no blue.
Great. That's for takeoff checklist. To the line. Completed.
We'll do below the line just as we're lining up.
Yep. Can I advise the cabin crew?
Scenery is, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have to get that as well, sooner or later.
It's very, very good. It runs so well and it just looks gorgeous as well. It's quite impressive.
What do you have for Copenhagen?
I've got Flight Tampa Copenhagen.
Okay, good. I don't have anything for that either, but we can see how good it is actually.
Oh, they're both fantastic sceneries, man.
I mean, how
definitely pick
good
them
they
up if you get a
match.
chance.
They match because it seems like the position of the runways and stuff is slightly off on my end.
Alright. There's a fly-in thing coming up actually. The guys who I stream with and stuff like that. Unicorn, he's organised this fly-in thing over in Norway. I think we were going to go Oslo to Tromsø, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and he's got loads of us involved and stuff like that, and he's managed to book ATC for the whole way on IVAO. Wow. So we've got the whole division out to give us ATC for the entire route. So
when will it be?
17th of September.
Ah.
So on a Saturday, I believe. So I mean, if you've got nothing better to do, feel free to join in.
I have to see if I have to work or not. But,
Okay, before takeoff, check this below the line.
Cabin crew advised TCAS.
TAR8.
Okay, I set that. Wait a second. Where do I set that actually?
Oh, I've already done it.
You did it, okay.
I think only I can control the TCAS anyway, so...
Yeah, probably. Engine mode selector.
Normal?
And the packs.
On.
Takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Okie dokie. Do all the runway entry procedure stuff.
Yep. Clear on the approach. Strobe's coming on.
Okay, clock's running. And takeoff. And flex SRS runway.
Power set. 100 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate.
Retard.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear coming up. Flap speed.
Flaps 2. Nav.
I think I can't control it, you have to.
Oh no, I was just in the FMA call up. And positive acceleration, climb thrust,
Right thrust test.
flaps 0.
Flaps coming up. Speed check flap 0, I have to say. That's the Airbus phraseology.
Yeah. Along with positive climb, I think. I got that one wrong for like a year. Okay. Autopilot 1 on.
Autopilot 1 is on.
Beautiful. I have to take off checklist then.
Yes. Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Up.
Packs.
On.
And that's up to takeoff checklist to the line. And since we are climbing already to 30,000 feet, we can set standard.
Standard set.
Standard barometric reference standard set. After takeoff checklist complete.
Lovely. That's it for now, really, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah. Next
Aside
is
from
the
letting the
cruise.
passengers get up and.
There's no climb flow.
Lovely view. I think you just armed them again at my end.
Really? No, I tried to de-arm there, but it's okay.
They're now disarmed at my end, so I don't know, maybe it's a bit out of sync.
Why they're armed, but that's not a big deal.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not quite as flawless as the dash, but that's
No,
it's
it's
the job
not.
done.
Yeah.
Aside from the issues with Hamachi, actually, it's been relatively straightforward. So
Yeah, we
far.
should.
I was wondering whether or not it was going to be a massive pain, but so far so good.
I put my I did port forwarding now as well, and it's quite easy. And at least it was for my router, and I have a software that checked that ports are forwarded. So I read a lot that port forwarding is more stable than Hamachi.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd do it, but the only problem is I don't have access to the router, so because it's not mine.
Ah, okay. Yeah, then you have to use it.
Yeah. Either that or ask very, very nicely.
Yes. 10,000 feet.
You might as well let the passengers get up. Accelerating now. It does go up like a rocket, the A319, even when it's this heavy. Just turned on the weather radar. I don't know what it's going to be like though, considering we've got different weather engines.
Yeah, we will see.
There's not a lot of precipitation about anyway, so.
No. We have to tilt it down probably and get into manual mode to see if it's really working.
Yeah, I don't know if I genuinely don't have a clue whether or not the tilt does anything on this.
It does.
Depends. Does it really? Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So now we should see the ground echo soon. I don't see anything.
Neither do I.
Well, I tested it and it did show something the last time I checked it.
I mean, I turned on the terrain earlier as well, but it didn't show anything either, so maybe it's just a connected flight deck thing.
Maybe. Okay, we passed Docka. We're en route now.
Excellent.
I don't think we have a lot of time actually to...
Yeah, it's quite a short cruise though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm looking for charts already. Well, the wind over there in Denmark is 090 is the direction, so
Yes.
it'll be either 04 left or 04 right.
Yeah. Like the last meter is 090 with 1 knot. Carb okay. Temperature 16, dew point 14. QNH 1023. And the TAF shows more or less the same. Slight winds from the north. No big changes. Scattered in 40. So good thing, good weather. And our last waypoint is Sierra Victor Delta, so that is...
We'll be doing the SVATT-3 mic then, I suppose, for 04 left.
Let me see. 04 left, set.
Okay, I'll program this in then. Let's see, ILS
I have-
left.
So which one do you have? SVATT-3 mic. I have SVATT-3 mic. Is that the one?
3 mic, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. And the ILS on the 04 right.
Okay, I've entered that in. I'm going to go into plan mode and check it out. Okay, all looks perfect.
Let me just check it here. Navigraph gives me the radar.
Gonna enter some fix info as well.
SVATT-3 mic. Okay.
Yep, SVATT-3 mic. So I've got programmed in. I've got that SVATT-3 mic for 04 left with the ILS approach. So we're all programmed down to the ground now.
Okay, great.
Just going to put it in some range rings and stuff as well.
For left, ILS. No transition.
Yep. So I'm going to put a 25-mile ring around EKCH.
How do you do that, actually?
You go to you go to flight plan. You click on any old waypoint. That'll do. And then once you're on the the reference page for that, you're on the top right, fix info.
Okay.
You click that, and then you can enter fixes on here. So as you can see, I put in Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel, and then at the bottom I've entered a radius 25 miles around it.
Right. I wondered if that is available because I used that as well for in the 737. I used that. I put circles in around the waypoints. Yeah. Okay, great. Learned something
One
new.
small issue with it that is worth pointing out is that I believe if you try and put in fixes during the go around, you will crash the sim. So don't do that. But found that out the hard way. But
okay.
So I've got one 25 miles around Castrop, and let's see, 9.3 is where we intercept the glide slope. So I'll put in the ILS itself. So that's CH.
Yeah.
Frequency 110.5.
Yep, that's correct.
And then radius, I'll put in, I think it rounds it down, so I'll put in 9.
Yeah, approach course is 039.
I didn't accept that, never mind, not a problem. And I'll put in another one for 5 DME. Should be a good reference point for us decelerating to final approach speed. Nice, it's all in there, yeah. We've also got the purple D for decel on the ND, but we'll want to slow down quite a bit before that, so.
1,000 to go.
Roger. And the missed approach procedure is At 500 feet, I believe we turn left.
Yeah.
On a heading of 347 degrees and climb 3,000 feet.
Correct. Altitude capture, max speed.
Okay, we've got a little while to go now. I will leave the approach page open for now, and I'll enter the info, the weather info there when we get a bit closer.
Okay.
Just in case there's an update.
And altitude cruise.
Cross-checked. Lovely jubbly. I've got your stream up on my monitor to my right, so I've got sort of the whole cockpit displayed over 2 monitors effectively.
Is it stuttering?
Yeah, it is a little bit for me.
Yeah, maybe I have to reduce my my OBS settings a bit.
The Aerosoft Airbus can be a bit stuttery from time to time, actually, to be fair.
No, I mean the stream.
Oh, right. Yeah, it might be one of those things because the Airbus is really CPU intensive. So
yeah.
Because of the way the fly-by-wire is programmed. So I've had trouble streaming this in the past, to be fair. So. Do you use? Have you got an NVIDIA card?
Yeah.
Are you using NVENC encoding in OBS?
I don't know. I have to check. I followed a tutorial from a Twitch guy who put it on YouTube. What settings are best? But it was most for first-person shooters.
Yeah, I would use NVENC encoding, like NVENC, if you can, just because it's a lot faster, especially for streaming flight sim, because it basically does most of the encoding and the hard work for the stream on your GPU instead of your CPU.
Yeah.
So you get much better performance. Then again, Twitch can sometimes just stutter because it just does. So sometimes it doesn't matter what settings you put on there, it'll still look a bit rubbish. A lot of it depends on their servers, so.
Oh, look, there's some. I see some nice wave clouds. I never seen. If you look at my stream, see that?
Oh yeah.
That cloud pattern, and I've never seen that. And actually, that they put it in. Normally, that is a sign of really high winds, but I think they just make a random generator and pick the clouds that get in the category.
No, I don't have anything at my end. There's a few clouds off to the right somewhere, but it's mostly just cab okay everywhere else.
Yeah, for me as well. But those just a few patches of zeros and it's something below. Yeah, here in Sweden, the scenery is not looking too good. Actually, you see it. But when I was flying to Corfu, it really looked nice, even with standard scenery. Although I realize now that the standard airport is looks completely different to what it is in when you get the one from Aerosoft or from Flight Tampa.
Alright. Oh, I'm using Vector and Open Land Class Europe actually, so it's quite a bit more detailed out my window.
Yeah.
I'll send you a screenshot actually.
Ah, yeah, that looks better, actually.
Yeah, it's really nice, the open land class thing, because it's a lot like having the regions, you know, but just for the whole of Europe, pretty much, in slightly lower detail. It's quite impressive. Not cheap, mind you, but still pretty good.
Ah, that's the problem.
Are you able to zoom in and out when you're in the cockpit in this thing? Because I can't. EasyDock just won't let me for some reason.
I can, but yeah, I can with plus and minus.
Yeah, I can't. No idea why. If I go to an external view, it'll let me, but for some reason not in the cockpit. Only with this plane as well, like none of the others. Like in the dash, it's completely fine.
So we are approaching Toxie. Let me see what the fuel says. Do we have it? No. Didn't calculate it. It's somehow my dispatching software has problems with it, probably. Calculating the fuel burn.
Right, yeah, top of descent is just over 80 nautical miles away. I'm going to go ahead and put in the approach data now.
Yes.
Okay, QNH I have is 1023. Temperature 16 degrees. Wind is 90 degrees at 1 knot.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
Transition altitude 5000. Minimums for us a Cat 1 or a Category C aircraft, LB 240 barrow.
That's correct.
And that's it, really.
Great.
Right, so I'm aiming to start the descent maybe about 5 nautical miles before the top of descent point on the ND, just to make it a bit smoother, because sometimes this thing can nose down quite violently as soon as you put it into descent mode. We'll follow the descent profile as per the RNAV star.
Yes.
And let's see. I'd like to ideally have kind of approach mode on by the time we get to Charlie Hotel 443. You know, before we make that final turn, and I'll probably put the speed in
443 you said.
manual mode. Yeah, Charlie Hotel 443. If you look on the ND in plan mode, it wants to put us automatically into approach mode, more or less just as we're supposed to be descending on the glide path, so that's a bit late for me personally.
Wait a second, I just looked at that. Where does it actually say? Because are you in plan mode now?
Not the minute, no. I'd look at it earlier though.
Ah, okay.
The purple D is the decel point, and that's also the point where if you cross over that point, the Airbus will automatically go into approach mode.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, right.
But I tend to activate it a bit earlier.
Okay, great.
And yeah, I'll probably be managed sort of manual speed mode. We'll probably maintain. I'll go with 170 knots until we get to about 5 DME, and at that point we'll put the gear down. We'll go flaps 4 and flaps full.
Correct.
And I'll put the speed into manage mode again, and we'll just decel down to our final approach speed.
Okay.
Obviously leaving the auto throttle in for the entire shindig.
Yep.
Flare at about 20 feet, and then get it on the ground.
Good.
And the go around we've already been over that, so that's
Yes.
not really an issue. I will just check VATSpy to see if there's any other traffic inbound.
Yeah,
to
that's
Copenhagen.
what I want to do as well. Just check if we have
Yeah.
somebody.
Oh, for some reason I have no flight plan on VATSpy.
There's 2 arrivals, as far as I can see.
I forgot to file the flight plan. Don't
Haven't
tell
you?
anyone. I've done it now, but I forgot to click the file button.
It's okay.
Oh, that's lucky. If we were on IVAO, we would have got automatically disconnected by the client after we took off.
Really?
Yeah. It's a bit of a pain, really, because, I mean, if you're flying VFR,
You
you
just
don't file a flight plan in
normally
real
not
life, so...
now. Well, I was the guy from my flight that I wanted to fly with the Airbus lately, but couldn't connect because it's a different version from my VA. He was annoyed by IVAO because he wanted to start and there was a Cessna doing circuits, pattern training, and they were not able to actually fit other planes in between the patterns. So there was a long waiting line, and they were all like, "Just get us out once he's away." And I mean, squeeze us in between. We are out and in fast, and
Yeah.
they had to wait and to wait and to wait. And it was policy apparently. I don't know. I never flew.
That's weird.
I have no experience.
You would have thought the tower controller would at least tell the guy, expect an extended downwind while you can get at least 1 or 2 of the jets out.
Yeah. So let's see where those 2 guys we have. One is one is going in right now. So that's from Lisbon. He's landing at the moment, and then we have another one from Gatwick coming in. But I can't see him at the moment, so he's probably...
He's still at Gatwick, I think, on the ground.
He's just 9 minutes online,
Oh,
so...
is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Gandhi 2892 on his way over from Alessund. And we'll probably arrive just before him, but he might actually be a factor, we'll see.
Is he? Because I only see 3 in the approach.
Oh, oh no, my bad, he's headed away. Yeah, no, we should be fine.
Yeah.
It makes a nice change actually from Heathrow, where it's just a constant race to get on the ILS first. When there's no control on, it's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
You can guarantee pretty much, unless you're flying in the middle of the night, you'll be crossing over sort of a big in VOR or something like that, and there'll be at least 3 or 4 other aircraft doing pretty much the same thing over at Ockham and Bovingdon and etc. And you're all desperately racing to get in there first, so you don't have to go around.
I did a landing in Innsbruck without actually contacting the controller. Well, there was a misunderstanding. He couldn't hear me for some technical reasons, and but there was a conversation that sounded almost like if he replied to me, and I thought he did reply to me, so I just continued, and that was quite embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, I had it happen to me yesterday actually. It was when I was taking off, and the controller.
Good. Back.
Yeah, I was taken off out of Athens, and the controller basically sent me a contact me halfway through my takeoff roll, and so I managed to get out and then get myself set up to climb and stuff like that, and then I got on his frequency and I tried to call him, but then he just overtalked me completely.
Yeah.
And then he sent me a text message after that saying you could at least contact me, and I was like, I was trying. You can't expect me to instantly jump over to you when I'm halfway through my takeoff roll, Gotta fly the plane and then communicate, mate.
Yeah. That's normally how it should be. Where are we approaching?
Okay, gonna start descending now. I'll go down to 5,000 in managed to start with.
Copy. Speed mode and descent.
The only other thing was set auto brake low as well.
Yeah. Ecam status is checked.
So how did you guys get on Sunday then? I heard there was some silliness going on, so...
Yeah, the usual silliness. I don't know. It was okay. We went into a shitload of bombers. It was a nice sight, really. The whole sky was full, and but I was damaged. I got a flamer, but I was damaged, so I pancaked on Hawkinge. And then when we were taking off, there was 109 strafing, but Spitfires as well. So we just made this valley run out of Hawkinge area to climb.
Wow.
And then we fought here and there, chased some guys around that we couldn't find, and eventually found some Heinkels again that we shot down. They tried to get back, and it was just 4 of them. We just did some training with them, and went to couple of fights with 109s where I was damaged, and then I tried to get back, and it was just pumping down my gear, and on finals when I was exploding, and it seems like Haftaf, who was engaged with us, flew into me. He was damaged as well, so I don't know what happened there, because he came from behind me. He did try to attack me. Maybe, I don't know. What a bit odd.
Oh well.
But it was okay. It was okay. Good practice, actually. I was since I've been flying for 3 weeks, it was probably a good thing that I was flying an almost campaign mission without being in danger of losing my character.
Yeah. Blow off a bit of steam, I suppose. Without the stress. Are you back with us on Sunday then?
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'll put out a bit of speed brake.
Okay.
Well, good, because you make the whole leading the squadron thing look a lot easier than it actually is, Thane, I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's just I was rather nervous, but you get used to it. You just grow with your challenges.
I took over twice while you were gone, and
you have to be a bit prepared. What the leading or the navigation or
leading, navigation, the whole lot. So
yeah. Well, the navigation
an entire page of notes as well. So
I don't know about the leading part. I don't think I do too much leading, actually.
Yeah, well, I noticed that, you know, once contact with the enemy's made, everyone sort of you know, takes care of themselves, really.
Yeah, this time Sharpie, was it Sharpie or was it Monbat? I don't know. One of the younger guys was flying with me, and you spotted the 109s or the bombers. Oh, it was a big dogfight over Dover. We went into it, and they saw Hurricane being attacked, and jumped right after it. So he was
Repeat,
gone.
Please.
He was gone, and no, maybe it was Sharpie as well. So I don't know. And he was gone, and he chased them out into the mid-channel, and they were shot down there because there was more 109s waiting there. So that was the lesson that I learned for leading the squadron, to actually advise the guys to not abandon the squadron, not go chasing after somebody, because you just get yourself killed, as in this case.
Sounds like a lesson was learned.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly, hopefully.
But I mean, because there was no special mission, it was just, to have your fun, try things, but still it was like, where are you going? Why are you leaving your position in the flight?
Yeah, I found it. One thing I noticed was I found it quite distracting having to sort of vaguely be in charge and also not get shot down in the process. I mean,
yeah, you do a lot more fighting than I do.
Yeah.
I think because I'm not the biggest dogfighter. I can concentrate a bit more on navigating and trying to keep up what everybody's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you're sort of sphere of situational awareness is a lot wider than normal. Like you're taking into account other squadrons and the objective and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so you forget to check your own six sometimes.
I don't
That's
do
what
the
happened to me
killing.
last time.
I don't do the killing. I let others kill for me.
Yeah. I mean, like last time I was busy checking a map and saying, right, okay, we need to regroup over the ships, otherwise we'll miss them entirely. And then the next thing I knew, my radio had been popped. I was gliding my way back to Hawkinge.
Yeah. I set range to 20 now.
Yeah, I don't think it's synced up, so mine's still on 40, but...
Okay.
Yeah, it's good now. Yeah, it's because we have that option ticked off in the settings for the navigational display.
You can try next time, you can try with sync to see how that works.
Yeah. I just figured to begin with, we might as well leave it off, because the less things it has to sync up, probably the better, you know?
Yeah, the airfield is on 10 o'clock now.
Oh, yep, there it is. Do they do visual approaches here very often, do you think, or...?
No, Copenhagen I don't think so, because it's too big.
Yeah.
And here they do it all the time, but it's just in Tromsø it's a small airfield with one, and there's only one airplane arriving, or two maybe, so they do a lot of... You see the visual approach patterns they do, stuff like that. But I would imagine that traffic is too high in Copenhagen that they really have to stick to the IFR routes.
Mm.
Okay, so we should get to 5,000 as soon as we reach Charlie Hotel 445. That seems that looks possible.
Well, it's 5,000 above, so not a hard constraint in that sense.
Yeah. Do we have any traffic around? Let's check.
Nothing on TCAS, anyway. No, it looks like we're the only ones here. There's departure, Delta 297. Going to Frankfurt, of all places. But he's not ready yet, I don't think.
Yeah, we have to give him a call in the end. I wish I could do all the
Yeah, no worries.
It's a bit silly that I can type. I think I could speak to them, but I can't type text messages.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can absolutely speak to them. I've seen folks do it before, but it's odd that you can't type in Unicom. It really is.
Yeah, but next time we probably have to plan then better. Just arrange it that you know who is actually doing the flying, and then connect accordingly.
I'll let it. I'll let him know when we're established on final approach course.
Okay.
I can reliably tell him how many miles out we are.
Yep. Should we go to standard to QNH?
Stand by. We haven't set it below 5,000 yet. Okay, yeah, I'll dial in 3,000 here, managed, and yeah, you can set the local pressure now.
Okay, parametric is set. What engine mode do we like to have? Normal?
Yeah, leave it on normal. Should be fine.
Cabin signs are on. Do you know where the nav accuracy is actually? Where you find that? Because I couldn't find that indication.
Basically, you just cross-reference a nearby VOR that you're tuned into on the ND with the.
So we don't have a page in the FMC that shows us what the deviation is.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, I have to be away for 2 seconds.
No worries, I've got it.
Came back.
Excellent. Ingo, you can give us flaps 2.
Right away. Flaps 2. Speed check, flaps 2.
There we go, and speed brake is back in.
You activate the approach mode.
I have indeed, yep.
Okay. Do you want to have the
Speed
approach
is...
checklist then?
Go for it, yep. Speed's managed 180 knots at the moment as well. I'm going to lower that to 160 now, though.
Okay, confirmed. Approach briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status
Checked.
is checked. Seatbelts are on. RF
1023 set.
1023 set. MDA
240 feet.
240 feet set. Engine mode selector.
Norm.
Approach checklist complete.
Okay, arming localizer now. Localizer required. Gonna arm approach as well, since the diamond's right in the middle already.
Yep, glide slope captured.
Okay, we'll stay config to 160 knots until 5 DME, and then
Confirmed.
I'll call for gear down and flaps full. And I'll make that announcement on Unicom as well while I'm at it.
Yes, indeed, I'm flying together with Dave. So I just saw your message now.
$2,500.
Okay, gear down, flaps full.
Gear down. And speed checked. Flaps full. DME 5, you were on 1600. So that is accurate on profile. You call for the landing checklist.
Roger. Flaps full.
Flaps full.
And landing checklist.
Cabin crew is advised. Auto throttle.
1,000.
On. Or speed.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing no blue. Landing checklist complete.
Okay, I will disable the autopilot just by wiggling the stick.
You can call me as well. You can deactivate it if you like.
500.
That's alright. I'll just do it this way. I've seen him do that in real life on videos and stuff, so
Okay.
might as well. You wouldn't think so, but apparently, yeah, they just wiggle the thing and then there they go.
Yeah. 100 above minimums.
100 above.
Autopilot off.
Landing.
Checked.
Minimum 200. 100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard 10, 5.
Perfect. Very nice.
Reverse green.
Reverse green.
Am I going to take manual braking?
Okay.
I slightly screwed up the reverse there.
70
I was
knots.
in P3D. Okay, clean up.
Do you want the AP online?
Yeah, go for it. I'll start the chrono for 3 minutes.
Copy.
Alright, there we go.
Okay, AP was online.
Looks like we got off at about Alpha 7 or so. Catch it there.
Yeah, let me check.
Either way, we're on Alpha now.
We're on Alpha, yeah, Alpha 7 it was.
Alright, yeah, we'll follow this all the way up.
Yeah, just
And-
continue and cross. And then we are directly on the terminal already.
Any particular parking, or just put it anywhere?
No, just put it anywhere.
Yeah, X-Plane and P3D have different reverser systems, and the way it works in X-Plane is you hit the reverser button and then push your throttle forward to
Yeah.
apply reverse thrust. I forgot I was in P3D, so we nearly took off again there for a second.
Yeah, I have some problems. I have this because you have those buttons on the thrust levers when you pull them full back.
Yeah.
So when I have normal range, but if I put them down, they act as a button. So I have it just give full reduced thrust if I pull it back, and as soon as I release it, it goes to idle again. But I'm not quite sure it works here. It worked perfectly with the 737, but I'm not quite sure if this works with the
Yeah.
with the other stuff.
Never mind, I'll endeavour not to do that in the future again. Mind you, we got it stopped anyway, so no worries.
Yeah.
And the wheels are not on fire either, so I guess we're all good.
Yeah, I put the brakes fan on though, because the brake temperature is actually quite hot, above 300. Got a hot indication.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I applied manual brakes, so a little bit early perhaps to make up for the sudden lack of reverses. No worries.
DCow25 says nice landing.
Why, thank you. It took a long time to get that right, I tell you. I mean, because of the slightly, I don't know how to put it, unsensitive controls in this plane, it takes quite a bit of practice to actually get it on center line and actually not, you know, really slam it down.
Yeah.
Just did lots and lots of circuits in it until I got it right, mostly. And of course, when the FS Labs arrives, I'll have to relearn it all over again. So.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it should be good. Everything I've seen of it so far on the FSX side of things is pretty outstanding. So. Oh god, we're on the grass on your end, aren't we? Is the scenery not quite matching up, unfortunately?
Ah, just slightly. But the runway was spot on.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, let's see. Where do we have our other guy from Lufthansa? Can't see him. But he's not lining up, so we can probably cross the runway.
I think it's quite rarely used, this runway, isn't it?
I was landing on it, or from time to time.
Oh, fair enough.
As in real life, I mean.
Oh, right, really?
Yeah.
I assumed it was a bit like the 26 right at Gatwick, just sort of never really used unless there's something very wrong with 26 left. Which apparently was the other day. Apparently there was a massive hole in 26 left for some reason, so they had to use 26 right. Clear on the approach.
Yeah. We have the after landing checklist as well. That is ground spoilers are disarmed, flaps are retracted, engine mode selector normal, and the APU is on.
Good stuff.
Ah, it's Vanguard, actually, DCow25.
Ah, right. I knew it was an Aussie. I couldn't remember which one, though. He turns up to my streams quite often, so... Hi, Vanguard. How you doing? Right, we'll just put it here on Bravo 19.
Yeah.
Not sure where that is on your scenery, but...
Oh, you're flying through some buildings at the moment, but that's okay.
Oh, good.
I made sure that the collision detection was off. Alright.
Okay. Engines are coming off.
Okay, APU bleed is coming on. Okay, what do we have? 1 hour and 1. I think we are just a couple of minutes late. And then ground service, let me see. GPU should be available anytime now. Okay, GPU is online.
Yep, so it is.
Okay, APU goes off. Sorry. Just it's
Let's just checking the wheels. Yeah, I'll leave the brake fan on for now.
Okay.
I started getting a bit funny about how I leave the aircraft because I've been using this bavware thing that British Airways Virtual have, whereby it's for the PMDG aircraft.
Yeah.
And it basically, when you leave the aircraft and you're done with it, it saves a panel state along with, you know, all the data for the engines and how long they've been running and the airframe's age and that sort of thing. And then the next guy to use that plane, he downloads the panel state using the program.
Okay.
So he gets the plane with that tail registration exactly as you left it. And you know, folks get a little bit annoyed if you leave the plane with stuff like the weather radar switched on and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's really cool actually.
Yeah, it is quite good because you have to make sure it's in a state that's fit for purpose for the next guy, and also when you get it, you actually have to do the preliminary cockpit checklist to make sure everything is as it should be as well. So which normally you don't bother with because you think, oh, it's a sim, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, I wish we had the same thing actually. But, probably some effort going into that.
Yeah. I don't get to use it very often because it's only for the 777 for us, but
yeah,
I don't fly it that very often, so. But it is quite cool. Right, parking checklist, I guess.
Yes, APU bleeds.
Is off.
Then the engine masters.
Both off.
The anti-ice.
Off.
Then we have seat belts.
There we go.
Off now. Fuel pumps.
Off.
External lights.
Are pretty much all off.
Okay. And the parking brake.
Is set.
Parking brake checklist complete.
And we can secure the aircraft if you like.
Well, we
doesn't
can do
really
that,
matter
yeah.
at this point.
Let's switch off everything. Yeah, I'm ready. If you are.
Okay, secure checklist then.
ADIRS.
Off.
No smoking.
Off.
APU.
Off.
And the batteries.
Both off.
And securing the aircraft checklist is complete.
And we're done. We get to go home.
We can decheck the power. And everything goes off. Can just do the switches for the display units as well. Great. Yeah, that was really good actually.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed, honestly. I genuinely didn't expect us to be able to finish that. I thought some technical issues would come up and ruin it all, but
yeah, I was slightly worried when the parking brake didn't match.
Yeah.
But I don't know what fixed it actually.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part. It just sort of magically fixed itself, and the ground spoilers as well. They desynced briefly for a while too.
Yeah, but apart from that, it's quite nice. Let me see if we have actually. I didn't start it. Okay, didn't record it with my ACAS system. So I have to put it in manually. How many fuel did we use actually? Do you know?
Ooh,
let me
hold
check.
on.
I just put the power on again. $3,700 we have now, so 66 minus 37, that is 2,900. after my calculations. Let's see, what does the fuel page say? Doesn't say anything anymore. Fuel used.
There you go.
2,800. 2,900 approximately, yeah, so that's correct. What are you all doing here? 3 cats sitting next to me watching me. Great, then I disconnect from VATSIM. And I disconnect from the stream. Thanks Vanguard for watching. He's still here.